My peoples, it's a Tuesday podcast with the Mag Bam. Now, I don't want to seem like we're stuck in mud right here with this Charlie Kirk shooting, but there's too much agenda behind it, people, and it's gonna affect you whether you know it or not. So yes, we have these channels and breaking down these things for a reason. You understand? We have to decode everything that's in it, in these fake happenings that they give the masses, because you have to understand where it's gonna take you. So we're gonna get into this, and I'm gonna show you some things with the division, with this death of this Charlie Kirk, a fake shit they put on just to ruffle the feathers of the people right here, and you're gonna understand when you see this right here. We're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna show you some things. It will never stop, people. This big psyop that they pull off on the masses. Let's get in it, and I'm gonna show you some things. Run it.
Growing after several public.
Go back.
Meanwhile, controversy is growing after several public employees were reportedly fired over social media posts they made related to Kirk's killing.
So listen, people. All of a sudden now, people making social media posts about the killing of the Charlie Kirk, and I guess what they're saying is that these people is celebrating the death. They're celebrating the death of the Charlie Kirk, so therefore they gotta lose their job. That's what they're telling you right here, people. They're mixing up free speech with keeping your damn job. Pay attention to
Tonight,
this.
we're learning an area firefighter was terminated while a teacher is under investigation.
Listen.
So what are the legal limits when it comes to free speech?
What do you mean a teacher is under investigation? What happened? The teacher also say something about the Charlie Kirk death in a negative way? This is bullshit for the dumb people. So there you go, people. It's not only dividing the people on this subject right here, but it's also letting them losing their job in these times where there is no job. Do you understand? Pay attention to
And
this.
employment. KENS 5 reporter Mike Jimenez spoke with legal experts to find out.
Local opponents of Charlie Kirk are finding themselves in trouble after making posts about his death on social media.
Wow.
And it's no surprise that some people have some extreme emotions regarding that man and some of the things that he said.
And that's one of the reasons why they pull off that fake assassination, people, to divide up the country in pieces. A lot of people wouldn't see it that way, but there you go, people. You can see the agenda as plain as day. It's not hiding. These people coming out with the agendas rapidly. They're not hiding it, people. Take a listen.
On Monday, Comal County ESD number 3 sent out a letter.
You hear that, people? EMSC number 3. You hear what they say, people? It's coding, all coding. But pay attention
They
there.
had terminated one of their first responders after an internal investigation into a social media post. Friday, Jordanton ISD announced they were investigating a teacher's social media post
So
about
how did that come about, people? You just investigating a teacher's social media post? What does that mean, people? What is the investigation about? You see and hear what that person say. You see what they post for say, right? What is you investigating if they mean it? Wow, this is a bullshit for the dumb masses right here. But like I say, people, it's gonna affect you in a lot of way that you wouldn't even understand. This fake shooting of this faker that they put on. Listen.
Kirk, and said the matter is being addressed in accordance with district
What does
policy.
that mean?
The debate is playing out across the state.
Wow.
Last week, the Texas Education Agency sent out a letter stating they are aware of some educators who have posted or shared, quote, reprehensible or inappropriate content. And they will be investigating those posts to see if there has been a violation of the educator's code of ethics.
So there you go, people. They're gonna investigate to see if it violate their code of ethics. You hear that, people? So there you go. You can't make no post nowadays on these things, because now you take a side and it could get you in trouble, because that's why they put it out. They put it out like a bait for fish. Do you understand that or not, people? It's a bait, a 100% bait. And now the bait been bitten, and all of a sudden now they're taking action against you with a fake killing, people. Can you believe that, how wicked the world is? Wow.
The whole tone of the letter shows a tremendous amount of support and sympathy for Charlie Kirk, but not for anybody who might be offended reasonably by some of the comments he's made.
That raises the question, do employers have the right to fire an employee over a social media post? Attorney Lawrence Morales.
By the way, people, they can fire you over everything or anything. It does not matter. That's why I tell you, when you go to these jobs, stop acting like your life depending on it. Stop it. It's not your business. It's not to make you better. It's to make those people that you're working for better. Do you understand? So why put your heart and soul in a damn job? It's not going to benefit you anyway. You're just a number, and they can replace you at any point. So there you go. You kind of understand that now with this bullshit come about and you make a post and they're going to fire you. This is bullshit. Like I say, people, there is no such thing as freedom of speech. That's why they have guidelines on these social media. Guideline meaning no freedom. It's a line that you can't cross. So all of these social media pages, they actually have a guideline. So yes, people, none of those posts is actually safe. If they said it's not, then it's not good. Do you get what I'm saying here? That's how they are. They can tell you anything that you post if it's good or bad for them. Listen.
Says it depends on if they are a public or private employer.
Private employers really aren't governed by the First Amendment. The First Amendment only restricts the activities of state actors or those acting under...
State actors and those who acting under some other shit again, people. Actors, those are the only one they really care about. The actors. The one that sprinkle amongst you, but you don't understand what they are, third-degree Mason. Yes, actors on the world stage, that's what they do. Listen.
Color of state law. So as a general rule, if a private employer wants to terminate somebody for social media posts, regardless of what the content is, they are free to do that.
However, when it comes to public employees like teachers or firefighters, the rules shift.
Public employers are governed by the First Amendment, and there would be some restrictions about terminating people for certain speech made on social media or otherwise.
Both attorneys say Texas has an at-will employment and employees can be fired at any time.
See?
But Holscher says if they
like I say, people, that's most of the states anyway. And by the way, what you're gonna do when they fire you, what you're gonna do? Go to the same government operation to try to get you some justice? It's them run the whole thing. So therefore, if they fire you for a social media post, there is no backlash. There is nothing that gonna affect them that you can do. They run things, people. They control the whole thing. And all those supposedly, rules and laws and these things they put in place is only going their benefit, not yours. It's to go against you. That's what you need to understand. Listen.
Contract, there is a process that must be followed. And adds right now is the time to give each other a little bit of tolerance of things being said during this heated time.
Listen,
People are very emotional right now, and everybody needs to take a step back when asking themselves whether or not another American's opinion crossed such a line that as a government agency, we can terminate them and try to...
Of course, people, because there is no freedom here. There's no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of movement. There's no freedom here. You've been tricked with a word called freedom. If you think anything free in here or you free, you're just dumb. That's all it is, people. They can bring up a fake shooting and then affect you with it. Use it to stick you in the side. Where is your freedom? Move.
This morning, we do expect to learn the formal charges facing the suspected shooter in the Charlie Kirk killing. He is set in court virtually today.
It comes as staff.
And this UVU, talking about a place for you right there with the Freemason bricks behind it. You have to understand, people, it's all coding 100% in, and they pull off this faker right there, yes, to pollute the masses. And look, the shooting happened supposedly and gone, but the problem, the burden and everything is still sitting on your back right now with the reactions. You can't react to this shit as you catch trouble with the government people. Why? Because it's a set up agenda right here.
Faculty settled back in on campus. They returned to Utah Valley University yesterday for the first time since the shooting, but plans to welcome students back tomorrow.
It's been almost a week since that shooting, and it seems like social media has not slowed down weighing in on what happened. Sometimes you don't want to just take a break.
Yeah, Natalie Haddad is in the studio right now.
Yes, whenever y'all take a break, we will take a break. If you take the break off these psyops and these deceptions that you're pushing on the masses, Yes, the mag bit of truth will also take time off. Do you understand? But there's no time to rest. They continue to beat these wicked things on the masses. And don't worry about it. It's a change the way you live. 100% in. Listen.
Are learning the hard way that with their online posts, free speech, not free when it comes to your job.
It's no free speech, period, people. That's why they can take down the mag bit of truth content of YouTube. You see that if you've been around. They've been taking down my content ever since I've been posting videos. The amount of channel that they take down for the mag is unbelievable. We know long time there ain't no such thing as freedom of speech. What kind of shit is that? If you got guidelines, no freedom of speech here.
We all have a First Amendment right. We can say what we'd like, and we can post whatever we'd like on social media, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are free from consequences of what we choose to say or post. Now, across the country, people in all kinds of careers are losing jobs over their online comments about the death of conservative activist Charlie.
You hear that, people? All these people is in different, categories of work, losing their job because of their comment about what happened to the Charlie Kirk. And you never hear these people before making bad comment for say. We didn't see no whole lot of bad comments out of there about this Charlie Kirk character. But of course, after he dead now, people gonna make bad comments enough for them to lose their job. What a bullshit for the crowd.
Kirk, American Airlines let go of pilots. A marketer from an NFL team was terminated. Even teachers have been fired. In Texas, the education agency says it's already received 180 complaints about teachers and Charlie Kirk related content.
Okay, so that means all of those people gonna be fired in a minute, people. They're gonna let them go because they already have them on the radar that they make some negative comment about the Charlie Kirk killing. So that means they're gonna lose their job, and I guess it's a way now to cover up you losing your job without understanding that there will be no more jobs, people. It's part of it. No lie. So you're gonna just fire over 100 people out of one institution real fast because of some dumb comment on social media. No, people. It's a part of them letting off everybody from their job. Go ahead and check if you think I'm playing. Most jobs is now fold up. Either it's going close to just shutting down, or people getting laid off and they just have a few people working. Those fast food institutions might said we hiring, but they only want one person to run the whole place. So yes, people, I guess this is a part of it now. They can get to let some people go under this narrative that they said something bad about the Charlie Kirk killing. I already know. Listen.
Abbott says those educators will, quote, have their certification suspended and be ineligible to teach in a Texas public school.
You see that, people? They're not even going to be able to teach again in a Texas public school because of their comment. Remember, people, the Greg Abbott is down with the Donald Trump all the way. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's down with all of the policies, because you might see some cities where they act like they're not down with it, but they're all gonna do it anyway. But Greg Abbott is one of them that's down with the Donald Trump and the policies. So you have to understand, yes, whatever they say goes. They're gonna fire those people, period. Listen.
An employment attorney tells WFAA he doubts something like that will hold up in court.
The First Amendment protects government employees.
It would be no court, people. It will be no court. You can talk about the amendment all you want. It's just something that they use to keep you at bay, people, to make you feel like you have rights here. They mention amendment, and they're the same one who give you it is crossing the line with it every fucking time. You know this or not? Every time your amendment right been violated, who do it? The same government people, but you're not paying attention. Every time that amendment come up, is them in behind it. They're the one who come and want to do something to you. So now you reflect back on the damn amendment. Some fake shit to make you feel like you're living in somewhere where it's not hell-like. So they have to do those things, but you're living in hell. It's part of hell disguised. Those amendments is bullshit for the public.
I think if those actions are followed through by the governor, that they're going to face a lot of lawsuits. And if you ask me, I think I'd rather be on the teacher's side.
And certainly important to remember that what you post online, as we hear all the time and say all the time, guys, it can follow you. Once it's out there, it is out there.
Yeah, we know that teachers are one argument, but what about when it comes to everybody else and what they talk about when it comes to First Amendment protection?
Yeah, I think we have to remember that there are private companies and public companies. Losing your job over what you post is going to be handled on a case-by-case basis. And the reason why is that while everyone has a right to free speech, private employers like Walmart, Amazon, even here where we work,
Walmart is not in private people, it's the government people. Just in case you're slipping up there, the government people is the same one. They own all institutions here. They own all the things that connected to you deeply, like a Walmart. Don't sleep on it no more. That's just knowledge for your ass right there. They control all of them shits 100% in. Listen.
Those jobs set rules for conduct. They can discipline or fire you if your words break company policy, harm reputation of the company, or disrupt a business. The exception is if you work for a public company, like take the government. You do have more protection there when it comes to what you say or what you post, but these protections are not unlimited.
Yeah, you may want to go back and look at your employee handbook that you signed when you started your job.
Good advice.
There you go, and then you're gonna find it that yes, you don't control shit there. And you don't have no damn freedom of speech. Move.
And now it's time
Take
for
a
lefties.
look and watch them people. Look at the smirk on the face. They're laughing. It's a laughing matter to them people. Why they use this fake killing to divide up the people, and they will never see it because they're so dumb. Look at this.
Using it. Hundreds of violence apologists have now faced the professional consequences of celebrating Charlie Kirk's
Professional consequence. Because they celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. Listen.
assassination. US teachers, doctors, and pilots have all been sacked, suspended, or had their employment.
And don't worry about it. Once they tell you teachers, lawyers, and doctors, and all of these big institution peoples get fired, that means if you're working at McDonald's and they fire you for anything, you can't complain. Listen.
Placed under review. But that hasn't stopped dim-witted lefties from pursuing the same self.
There they go with the lefties again, people. Wow. Lefties and righties. That's what they use to separate you right here, people. They're fucking with the dumb people brain, the peoples with low IQ. Can you believe they come out and talk like that? Are you still going with them with this lefty bullshit? Wow, can't believe the peoples is this dumb. Pay attention.
Constructive path.
Look at these people. Look. And don't worry about it. You hear me mention third degree Mason? You hear me mention the actors, crisis actors? They go one of them right there for their damn agendas. When they do that, people, and show it to you on screen, it make it seems like these peoples is right to take action. Do you understand? It's all set up, as you could see this foggy looking footage right here. So here this go, people. The girl or the woman right there shouting, "Your homie dead," meaning the Charlie Kirk dead, and it mocking the peoples who supposed to be down with it. What a bullshit for the public. Look at this. You owe me dead.
But it's a case of, as the kids say, F around and find out. Texan Governor Greg Abbott later tweeting the woman had been expelled from her college.
So there you go, people. So now they're showing you the woman right there. Like I tell you, it's a damn actor. You couldn't see the face this clear when he was doing it, but there you go. You see the face clear now when they're arresting him. But pay attention, people. You owe me dead. Got this one arrested, and don't worry, gonna get them kicked out of school, period. Listen.
Best-selling author Jodi Picoult went off on an unhinged rant in a ridiculous attempt to gloss over the alleged shooter's leftist radicalization.
Leftists. Wow.
Shocker, the shooter was a cis white man from a Trump-supporting family who was raised to love guns.
You see? Look.
Seriously, Jodi, maybe stick to the fiction in your airport novel.
I know why they give you all of the details, people. Every single word they say are the details, and the details of that character. They're gonna make something out of it, people. Wow, unbelievable. So yes, they show you that he was a Trump supporter. The shooter. Remember, they show him dressed up like Donald Trump for Halloween. They tell you last Halloween, he dressed up like Donald Trump. What a joke for the masses. Pay attention to this.
Meantime, ex-CNN host Don Lemon was trying his best to get the answers he wanted for his Man on the Street podcast, except this woman was having no bar of it.
Okay, so pay attention, people.
What do you think would happen?
Pay attention. Right, all of a sudden now, he talking to this person. Take a look, people, because it's all set up. Remember, the Don Lemon is a sodomite on the world stage, people. Don't sleep. Wow. So yes, he used to work for CNN. Now he's just doing a podcast. They're full of shit.
Charlie Kirk.
Look, people.
It's just messed up. Totally messed up. You know that was messed up.
People,
nobody deserved that. He definitely didn't deserve that.
Listen.
He was a good guy.
You think he was a good guy?
I think he was.
Even though he says things that are anti-women, black, all that.
You hear that, people? Got a reminder. Even though he say anti-woman, anti-black shit, why did you feel like he shouldn't die, or you feel it for his death? You see that right there? Watch them fuck with the damn public right here, people. Wow, unbelievable.
I can't judge him for that.
Can't judge him for that.
And Lefty's favourite Joy Reid posted this bizarre video in which she appears to be drinking while staring into her laptop camera, listening to an anti-Kirk ballad.
There's a full-blown fire in America and a fascist on Air Force 2.
But honestly, what hope is there for young people when even little kids are being indoctrinated with such hatred?
Wow.
I have the best news ever.
What? Donald Trump died?
Wow. You see that right there? They make sure they block out their face and give you this right here. Is the people really talking? Okay, so in these times that when they give you deep fake, we know deep fake been around forever, ever since they bring you TV. But I'm saying, people, in these times now that they expose deep fake, is these people talking for real? You got their whole face blanked out. What a bullshit for the public right here. Yes, so they're showing you black people that down with it, with the Charlie Kirk, which is supposed to be the opposite that they tell you. Now they're showing you white people that want Donald Trump dead. Pay attention to this division scheme, people. I already told you they wasn't gonna pull off a so-called fake assassination like that without these agendas attached to it. Listen.
Second best news.
The vice president died?
Okay, third best news.
Listen.
That Elon Musk died?
Okay,
Listen.
no.
Listen.
Nobody died. My best friend's getting married.
Which one is it?
Taylor Swift.
Sick, and the mum just laughs. We blurred those kids' faces because I'd hope those girls grow up to regret being taught to say things like that.
Yes,
but
they're
here's
taught to say things like that. Listen.
what they risk becoming if they don't.
I've opened X to a bunch of little crying and whinging about how political violence is never the answer. I'm sick of this idea that you can't meet violence with violence. If somebody was smacking you in the face in the corner of a room over and over, you're
Why
going to
you
hit the...
think these people on social media, man, why you think they're there on TikTok? Nobody get it, man. It's for you. They're fakers. They get planted by the peoples. They're the one who paying them to do these contents. You don't understand or not? Everybody just play dumb. You see this fucker come on TikTok. What you think it is? The words that coming out of his mouth. What you think it is, people? Why would you think it anything else beside the government plant that fucker right there to mess with you? That's what they do. Remember, the public people is what they really want to ruffle here. So yes, they're gonna come and show you these people who happy to say, yes, violence is good. We kill that guy. Yes, thank God he dead. All of them things is all stage, people. 100% stage. And most people, if you ask them, they never heard of that Charlie Kirk character. I'm just being real. Most people never heard of him, period. Most people in America never heard of him until they pull off this fakery. Just believe me when I tell you. Listen.
Back, you have to. You're not getting out of that unless you do.
The lunacy shows no signs of abating. Now to the latest on the investigation into Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. The FBI has revealed it's found the suspect's DNA on the roof where the fatal shot was allegedly fired from.
Wow,
And
they find his DNA on the roof, people, where the shots fire from. They find his DNA. What kind of DNA he left here? He was spitting and everything. What a bullshit for the public.
Discovered what appears to be a confession made by the accused in an online group chat.
Of course he gonna have a confession on an online group chat when he never planned to give himself up. Why would he have a confession on a group chat? It's all bullshit, people. Where they taking you with this psyops?
Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. Sorry for all of this. Joining me now for more on this is Sky News contributor Kosha Garda. Kosha, great to see you in Sydney.
Look at this right here. Look at that man.
It would seem investigators are compiling some pretty compelling evidence against Tyler Robinson here. What do you make of these latest developments?
Definitely they're building a case, clearly the criminal case. Many people want the death penalty sought, which is on the books in Utah as well as federally, if they're able to bring a federal charge, which is still unclear. I think what's more interesting from these chats is who else was maybe an accomplice or an accessory or fomenting this kind of attitude. And the reason for that is now the president, the vice president, multiple people have signaled that this is actually an organized domestic terror type group, possibly, where there's people, agitators out there funding it, potentially grooming people or getting them motivated.
Of course, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a big thing, people. It's gonna be a big thing. So later on, I guess they're gonna tell you they find some kind of sleeper cell right there recruiting youths in America or something. I guess something like that would make sense, that this guy just get up and snipe the Charlie Kirk, one shot, one kill. Okay, listen.
In these chat servers and other places, and is there a case to try and break that down the way you would a criminal enterprise, like the mafia back in the day? So I think that's another thread that they're looking at, that who were these other people he's confessing to? What did they know? When did they know it? What role have they played in addition?
Who are these people he confessing to? So hold on here, people. So it's one of them people that he was confessing to come out and expose that supposed chat. As you could see the pyramid right there on the hand sign, they're full of shit on the masses. Listen.
Him, the person who actually pulled the trigger. So I think a lot more to come on this. And if it spans wider and farther than just the one person who pulled the trigger, that I think is a pretty consequential outcome.
Yeah, frightening to consider that there could have been others who were supporting him and helping to fund this. We're also learning more about his transgender roommate and boyfriend, Tyler Robinson's roommate. And
so listen, people, this is something that we never heard of before now. He have a transgender roommate and they're together. Go back again, people. Listen.
Frightening to consider that there could have been others who were supporting him and helping to fund this. We're also learning more about his transgender roommate and boyfriend, Tyler Robinson's roommate and boyfriend, that is.
So he's a gay man, people. He have a transgender roommate and that's his man. Wow. So here we go, people. Pay attention here.
Who was transitioning to become a woman. One of his family members told Fox News that he hates conservatives and Christians.
He hates conservative and Christians. Hold on here, people. So here we go. Remember what the question was? The question that the Charlie Kirk get before the bullet supposedly kill him? They was asking him about transgender shooters. Because remember, they tell you the one in Minnesota that supposedly mass shooting was a transgender did it. So they claim that the question to Charlie Kirk was, what did he think about this trend with transgender shooters? And before he answered the question, the man that living with a transgender for his boyfriend shoot him in the neck. One shot, one kill. So pay attention here, people. And of course, they have all the evidence to prove that that's the reason why he did this shooting. Listen.
He hated his family. He was not raised that way, but
he over
the years has become really detached, been radicalized. He has obviously
he radicalized, they have to use that word. But by the way, people, It's his family who supposedly turn him in. The one that he don't like is the ones that he actually confessed to. Also, listen.
Progressively worse the last year or two, said the relative, adding he's always very angry. And
yes,
this is,
I guess you tell us that he's a loner. He don't talk too much unless he's spoken to, but he also very angry, always very angry. No, a silent person don't describe as an angry person. You say he's silent, he's a loner, he don't speak unless spoken to. All of these other things just to prove that he going through some things emotionally. And then you come back again and said he always very angry. That's bullshit. 100% in, people. Wow.
these comments are about the boyfriend who we've seen in reports has been cooperating with the FBI, unlike Tyler Robinson.
Listen, people, so the boyfriend, the transgender, that he's supposed to be do the killing for. That's the reason why he pulled the trigger. Yes, the boyfriend is cooperating, but not him. He not talking to the law enforcement, even though he agreed to turn himself in. He not talking to them, but the transgender is. Listen.
What are your thoughts on these comments from a family member?
It's so interesting. I feel like we're only scratching the surface with this, and there's so many...
only scratching the surface, people, because it's not even close to done yet, people. The avenue and alley that they're going to bring you to when it comes to this fake assassination.
Details emerging. The fact that, first of all, Tyler Robinson came from ostensibly a normal, middle-class, pretty conservative religious family, and then went off to college and completely went off the deep end.
Wow.
Then it emerges he's in a romantic relationship with his roommate, who's a transsexual boy.
All bullshit, people. That's a transgender right there on screen. That's the transsexual right there, a transgender in plain sight. Listen.
To female, and also furry, which is a whole other subculture.
I heard you talk about that yesterday on air.
I went in a romantic relationship with his roommate.
What get them laughing.
A transsexual
look
boy.
At this. Look at it. Can't say it because it's a transgender right here. You can't say it. It's fumbling and bumbling because it is a man in a drag also. Right here. Take a listen.
Female, and also furry, which is a whole other subculture.
I heard you talk about that yesterday on air.
I went down a whole other rabbit hole I never wanted to go down, and unfortunately I did, so you don't have to.
Thank you.
So that's a whole other thing.
Furry.
And
don't Google furry if you're watching.
It just shows, how weird this whole thing is, and sad and dangerous, obviously. And then the fact that the roommate is cooperating, to me, I don't know, but I would posit that it's for self-preservation purposes, because if, again, he knew anything or was an accomplice of murder, then he potentially is in legal jeopardy as well, and maybe there's some sort of immunity deal or other things happening behind the scenes. I'm sure we'll find out. But this is just going from bizarre to more bizarre, and the juxtaposition against Charlie, this clean-cut, all-American, Christian, young man, married, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, and then these guys just look more and more bizarre on the other side.
You hear that, people? Yes, the Charlie Kirk is clean-cut. Perfect family and everything, kids and wife and perfect. On the other side, where the shooter come from, yes, all turmoil. That's right there. It's scrambling, chaos. But the Charlie Kirk life is put together and perfect, and they all come together right here.
That is what I think the whole world is seeing, and it's really awakening something, I think, in people globally that's beyond what I think anybody even expected.
But as you pointed out, how did he go from this seemingly normal upbringing in a conservative religious family to such far-left ideology?
Far-left ideology. Now you catch what they're preaching with this bullshit, people. All about far-left and ideology. And these separations, people, it's a division scheme for the dumb masses. And don't worry about it. It is worldwide. Even though that shit supposedly happened in America. Bam.
Controversial UK punk rap duo Bob Vylan has come under fire again.
You hear that, people? The Bob Vylan, another sodomite on the world stage. You hear what they call him? Bob Vylan? Yes, and they're always talking about he basically mocking Jews on his shows. Remember they called for the mic should have turned off when he was talking about all the Jews and, the Jews with the Palestinian fight and all of this shit. I guess he was supposed to be calling out Jews. And they want them to plug out the mic on him while he was talking. Now here we go again when it comes to the Charlie Kirk shooting. He all the way in the UK and gonna respond to it right there on his show. Pay attention, because that's why they have those puppets. They're not talented. They don't have no damn talent. They can't do shit but bring the government agendas. So pay attention.
This time after the band's frontman, Bobby Villain,
Bobby
celebrated
Villain.
Kirk's death while performing on stage.
Look, he's celebrating the death. Listen.
Next one.
Listen.
The pronouns were.
What kind of band is that, people? What kind of band is it supposed to be? Bob Villain. It's a joke, people, a damn joke for the masses. So they use them to do these things right here to ruffle your damn feathers. Listen. There you go, people. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. And they look, why you think they have these characters, people? Perfect for these situations. You don't get it, man. If only the people just sit around, study the life cycle and everything, and see that these guys is just puppets. They're all about tricking the masses. They wouldn't get paid, they wouldn't be on stage if it wasn't for these right here, people. That's why they're there 100% in. Listening.
I mean, it's disgusting, Alex. You can see the grin on his face as he's making those.
And I also see the grin on your face when you came on. If you don't talk about this situation, so it makes no difference. All of y'all take the public for dummies. Listen.
Comments. This was the same guy who was chanting death to the IDF, who made that famous at Glastonbury. The band's upcoming concert has
that's why they use them. That's why they have them there, people. That's why they're there. They suck. They can't sing. They suck. It's trash coming from them. But they use them for these agendas. You have to understand that. What the fuck is a Bob Villain? It's a damn faker. Can't sing, can't do shit, but run his damn mouth when it comes to the government agenda to ruffle your feathers.
Cancelled in response to the widespread backlash they've received. But Villain has now uploaded a rather unconvincing video to X, claiming actually he wasn't celebrating Kirk's death.
Wow.
Yo, real quick.
Look, people.
At no point during yesterday's show was
So
Charlie
why
Kirk.
you say rest in peace? PISS, rest in peace. Why did you say that? I don't understand. Why you even come out and say shit again? Why? You need to come correct yourself after you say all that shit? I don't think so, people. Like I say, it's to fuck with us, the regular people. That's what they do. That's why this guy getting paid. He have no talent. Why is he there? Why is he have a concert? You can't answer that question. Why is he on a concert? Because he have a mouth and they give him a mic? Come on.
Death celebrated. At no point whatsoever did we celebrate Charlie Kirk's death. I did call him a piece of shit. That much is true. But at no point was his death celebrated.
I want to ask you, you live in the UK. What do you know about the damn Charlie Kirk period? I just want to know because a lot of people in America don't even know him. You in the UK, you were supposed to be artist in a band. How do you know about this Charlie Kirk and he's supposed to be rhetoric or whatever? These speeches that he have. How do you know about it? You that close? Get the fuck out of here. It's a tricker. The same people put on the Charlie Kirk put on this Bob Villain. They all fakers on TV.
If it was, go find me a quote, go find me something that proves that we were celebrating his death.
Wow.
You're not going to find it because it didn't happen.
We just found the quote, the grab, showing how you celebrated it and grinned on stage.
Look
but
at you
Alex, we
laughing
all saw
still.
this. But this is what happens all the time on the hard left. They say these things and they try to cover it up.
All these fagabats is talking about is hard left, right, far left. All of these bullshit that they spitting, people, is for the division. Like I mentioned, left wing, right wing, same bird. They're just playing with the damn public because the people's is slow in the brain. So that's why they play these games on you. None of it is real. And like I say, a fake killing, and they use it to stop the whole wide world. Don't buy into it, people. Don't fall for this trick that the government have on the table. Yes, another mag, bam, I'm gone.